My name is Jiana, it's KPHT 95.5. Super excited about my in-studio guests today. We've got the Pueblo Bulls in house, and so we have David Nelson, the general manager / assistant coach, Tyler Thunberg, assistant general manager and assistant coach, and then we have Chris Wilhite, who's the head coach. We're going to be talking all to them today.
Yeah, I think one thing, we're in that day and age with social media, so a lot of it is taglines and different ways to try to implement not only ourselves in the community, but our players and our organization. And we're always firm believers as a staff that you can't just have 4 or 5 guys that are willing to put the work in day in and day out. So with the hashtag Run With Us, not only from a day-to-day standpoint, I can't do everything if I don't have the support of these guys. So we kind of looked at it as far as being implemented in the community, that our players and in our organization can't have success without the support of the community, our fans, our sponsors, all those important people behind the scenes that help us, got to where we are now and off the ground running. And so we kind of just come up with the hashtag Run With Us, where we all run together. And I think
our league's different. It's still close to the NHL rules. So the NHL still allows fighting to kind of police itself, I must say. The refs can't see everything. So the players take it upon themselves to protect their guys, protect their friends, their family. So they believe that with it, it kind of controls the game and polices the game a little more than, let's say, if they take out fighting. Guys might start taking liberties, start taking cheap shots, where it holds them to be pretty honest on the ice if there's fighting allowed still. We have a player, Andre Blaha. We had, the only reason I know this is a billet mom came up and told me the other day. He was on the ice after a game skating around, and one of our other billet moms and his son were skating, and he stops, his jaw dropped, and he goes, Mom goes, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "That's Andre Blaha. I'm on the same ice as Andre Blaha."
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
how funny! Oh my
crazy.
gosh!
It's crazy.
This David would definitely be the most hard on the players. I think I can attest to that. Chris can attest to it. It does depend on the day, but for the most part, I think David plays a little bit of a bad cop role sometimes. So
I think the unique part that the guys get to see every day is we all have different characteristics day in and day out. But I think as far as where we're at with everything, it's top down, top to bottom. Chris handles everything as far as what the guys do on a day-to-day basis, and sometimes as far as making sure we have that line. Tyler and I kind of are more, if you want to call it, player coaches and communicate that way. Chris makes all those decisions and kind of feeds down the line, and basically we're the in-between guys sending the message as far as what they're doing day to day as well.
And I think for the biggest thing is just to go to a game. For those who haven't gone to a game, the biggest part is to be in that atmosphere. It might not be, like I said, comfortable right at the beginning, but for them to go to a game, to feel the atmosphere and to kind of get a feel for what's going on. I know a lot of people haven't been to a hockey game before they came to a Bulls game, and now they're hooked. So I think being in that atmosphere and seeing how fast-paced the action is, and it's really easy to pick up once you kind of understand the basis. So it seems big and scary at times, but for you to get immersed in that culture and kind of be around the game, it does pick up really quickly.